coping question of the days.
So I'm in Paris now for some meetings, and I'll share in other videos what I'm here for and what are the meetings for. But today I wanted to talk about probably the main reason why most people fail, and it's not because people don't have a lack of resources, skills. It's no. The real issue is that people don't have a clear why, clear, deeper meaning behind whatever they're doing on a day-to-day basis. Most people start a new project or a new business, super excited. But as soon as a challenge come up, most people give up because they don't have a deeper meaning, a deeper purpose behind everything they're doing. So the excitement fades away as soon as a challenge come up. So most people who fail, who give up, is because they don't have a why. Because they're only thinking and focused on the short term. They don't have this long-term mentality. So when they face an obstacle, they give up because they're not driven by a bigger goal, a bigger vision that keeps them going. And everything you do today, and I'm talking to you right now, should be a step towards where you want to end up in 10, 20, or 30 years. Don't see your daily actions as tasks you need to complete. There needs to be a deeper meaning behind them. And this deeper meaning, this purpose is your why. It's what keeps you moving, what drives you, what keeps you alive during hard times, what keeps you motivated and wanted to achieve your goal. So your why is about understanding why you're doing something and where it will take you in 10, 20, 30 years. But here's something really, really important. You don't need to see the whole path, the whole staircase before you take the first step. Don't over-strategize, don't over-plan, because you'll never see the whole path, the whole journey. Instead take action one step at a time with a clear goal in mind. And by doing this, the path will, naturally reveal itself. So when you know why you're doing something, it brings clarity to everything you do. You're not just going through the motions. You know exactly why you're working on something and why it matters. And this clarity brings you direction and focus, keeping you on track toward your goals. It's like having a map showing exactly where you're going. So what happens when people don't have a clear why? So when people don't have a clear why, they give up because they don't have a clear objective, a clear goal they're working towards. And the initial excitement they have when they started a project or a company naturally, fades away because they don't know where they're going. It's exactly like going on a road trip, without having a clear destination. So you just go around without having any direction. So without a guiding purpose, it's super easy to get distracted or discouraged. Another problem people without a clear why face is inconsistency. People start with energy. Everyone starts with energy, a project, a business, whatever. But without a strong reason to keep going, they lose focus and jump to something else. And that's why they never make progress and end up every time at the same place they started. Also, without a clear why, you procrastinate. When there's no strong reason to act, tasks feel unimportant and nothing gets done, nothing. So having a clear why is the most important thing you can do for yourself. It's like having a GPS for your life, giving you direction to exactly where you need to go and helping you focus on what truly matters. Your why keeps you going when things get tough, giving you the strength to push forward with whatever challenge come up, because challenges come up every single time. And you need to have this clear why to really know why you're doing things and why you're going through these tough times, because you have this clear why, this clear direction. And when you achieve something that brings you closer to that big why that you have, the level of satisfaction that this brings you is, I don't have any words. You don't have words for it. It's just a feeling that's, an amazing feeling. At the end of the day, it's about fulfilling something that truly matters to you, bringing you real fulfillment and making all your efforts worth it. So take some time now to really, figure out your why you're doing what you're doing, and the destination you're really aiming for. And ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and make sure that what you're doing is really aligned with where you want to end up in 5, 10, 20, 30 years. It's like a plane knowing the destination and knowing the route it needs to take to end up at that destination. That's why you need to know your why to stay on course. And you need to remember something having a long-term plan is amazing. You need to have a long-term plan, but you need to be really flexible on how you end up there, because there are multiple ways you can get to that long-term plan you have. Because there are multiple ways you can end up at that clear why, clear long-term vision you have, and knowing your why really, and knowing your why And really knowing your why really helps you, and really knowing your deeper why really helps you, and knowing your and knowing your why really helps you, and knowing your why really helps you find the best path forward, and to find that long-term vision, long-term goal that you have.